The topic for discussion is basic relationship between pixels and color image fundamentals. On first, let us discuss about the basic relationship between pixels. So the image is denoted by f of x comma y. The pixels in the image can be denoted by lower case letters such as p and q. The uppercase letter capital S can be used to represent a single set of pixel in the image f of x comma y. In order to analyze or identify different region or entities in an image, it is necessary to know the relationship between neighboring pixels. So on first, we have neighbors of pixel p of n4 of p, where the order is x comma y minus 1 and x comma y plus 1, and x minus 1 comma y and x plus 1 comma y. And this is how the pixel positions are fixed. The next, we are going to do it for diagonal neighbors of P and D of P. For any pixel P, there are 4 diagonal neighbors and it is denoted by ND of P. And its coordinates are given by x minus 1 comma y minus 1, x plus 1 comma y plus 1, then it is x plus 1 comma y minus 1 and x minus 1 and y plus 1. These are the diagonal neighbors of pixel P, and this is how the pixel takes its position. And in the last, we have diagonal neighbors of P n of 8, where this is the combination of both nd of P as well as n4 of P, and it is called n8 of P, or 8 neighbors of P. This is how the coordinates takes its position. Let's move on to the color image fundamentals. So here, according to the theory of the human eye, all colors are seen as variable combinations of the three called the primary colors. It's red, green and blue. The following specific wavelength values to the primary colors are: blue is 435.8 nanometer, green is 546.1 nanometer and red is 700 nanometer. The primary colors can be added to produce the secondary colors. Magenta, which is the mixture of red and blue; cyan, it's a mixture of green and blue; and yellow with a mixture of red and green. So this is how they form the color cube, or you can also say it as RGB cube. And this diagram tells the colors, the primary as well as the secondary colors. Mixing all the three primary colors results in white. Color television reception is based on this three color system with the additive nature of light. There are several useful color models, which are RGB, CMY, YUV, YIQ and HSI, which we will be seeing it in the later part. And this is the cube which is formed, and this tells us clearly like how the primary as well as the secondary color takes its position. The first model we are going to see is about the RGB color model, and the cube depicts your RGB. Here the primary colors are red with a value of 100, green 010 and blue of 001. And the secondary colors of RGB are cyan 011, magenta 101 and yellow 110. So let us say that black is at the origin and white is at the corner, where R is equal to G is equal to B is equal to 1. The grayscale extends from black to white along the line joining these 2 points. Thus, a shade of gray can be described by XXX starting from black as 000 to white as 111. The colors are often normalized as given in the equation. This normalization guarantees that R plus G plus B is going to be equal to 1 again. Now this is the formula which tells you how to calculate it, where small r is equal to capital R divided by capital R B G. The next is G is equal to capital G divided by R plus B plus G. And the last, B is equal to capital B divided by R plus B plus G. The second color model, what you're going to see is the CMY color model. The CMY color model is closely related to RGB model. Now here the primary colors are cyan, magenta and yellow. The secondary colors of RGB are the primary colors of CMY and vice versa. The RGB to CMY conversion can be performed by C is equal to 1 minus R, M is equal to 1 minus G and Y is equal to 1 minus B, and this is how the cube is going to be formed with a measure of secondary colors. And here the scale of C, M and Y also equals to the unit of CMY. The CMY color system is used in offset printing in a subtractive way, contrary to the additive nature of RGB. A pixel of color cyan, for example, reflects all the RGB to colors but red. A pixel with a color of magenta, on the other hand, reflects all other RGB colors but green. Now if we mix cyan and magenta, we get blue rather than white like in the additive color system. So this explains your CMY color model. Now majorly we need to know these two laws. The first is the additive color mixing and the second one is Grassmann's law. In your additive color mixing, in order to generate suitable color signals, it is necessary to know the definite ratio in which red, green and blue they combine to form new colors. Since R, G and B can be mixed to create any color including white, these are called as primary colors. Now this is how we do it. R plus G plus B is equal to white color. R minus G minus B is black color. The primary colors R, G and B combine to form new colors. R plus G is equal to yellow, white, and R plus B is equal to magenta, G plus B is cyan. The next is Grassmann's law, where our eye is not able to distinguish each of the colors that mix to form a new color, but instead only the resultant color is viewed. Based on sensitivity of human eye to various colors, reference white for color TV has been chosen to be a mixture of color light in this particular ratio. So 100% of white is equal to 30% of R plus 59% of G plus 11% of B. Similarly, yellow can be produced by mixing 30 of red, 59 of green and magenta by mixing 30% of red and 11 of blue, cyan by mixing 59 of green and 11 of blue. Based on this, it is possible to obtain white light by mixing 89 of yellow with 11% of blue or 70% of cyan with 30% of red. Thus, the eye perceives new colors based on the algebraic sum of red, green and blue light fluxes. This forms the basics of color signal generation, hence it is known as Grassmann's law. So the next model is YUV color model. In this, the basic idea in the YUV color model is to separate the color information apart from the brightness information. So hence, the components of YUV are Y is equal to 0.3 into R plus 0.6 into G plus 0.1 into B. And U is equal to P minus Y and V is equal to R minus Y. Here, Y represents the luminance of the image and UV consists of the color information, that is chrominance. The luminous components can be considered as a grayscale version of the RGB image. Now moving on to the advantage of YUV compared to RGBR. The brightness information is separated from the color information. The correlations between the color components are reduced. Most of the information is collected to the Y component, while the information content in the U and V is less, where the contrast of Y component is much greater than that of U and V components. Now the latter two properties are beneficial in image compression. This is because the correlation between the different color components are reduced. Thus each of the components can be compressed separately. Now the YUV color system is adopted in the JPEG image compression standard. So the fourth model is YIQ color model. This is slightly different version of YUV and it is mainly used in North American television systems. Here Y is the luminescence component just as in YUV, and I and Q correspond to U and V of YUV color systems. So hence the RGB to YIQ conversion can be calculated by Y is equal to 0.2999 into R plus 0.587 into G plus 0.114 into B, and I is equal to 0.596 into R minus 0.275 into G minus 0.321 into B, and the last is Q is equal to 0.212 into R minus 0.53 into G plus 0.311 into B. Now here the YIQ color model can also be described corresponding to YUV with the following formulas. Y is equal to 0.3 into R plus 0.6 into G plus 0.1 into B. I is 0.74 into V minus 0.27 into U. And the last Q is equal to 0.48 dot V plus 0.41 into U. The last color model on study is HSI color model. Now this consists of H stands for hue, S for saturation and I for intensity. Intensity corresponds to the luminance component Y of the YUV and YIQ models. Hue is the attribute associated with the dominant wavelength in a mixture of light waves, that is, the dominant color as perceived by an observer. Saturation refers to relative purity of the amount of white light mixed with the hue. The advantages of HSI are the intensity is separated from the color information, that is, the same holds for both YUV and YIQ models. The hue and saturation components are intimately related to the way in which human beings perceive color. Now the RGB to HSI conversion can be summarized as follows. The equation might look a bit difficult when you just look into it, but it's actually easy if you're going to write it and work it on it. Now H is equal to 1 divided by 360 degree cos inverse of 1 by 2 into R minus G plus R minus B divided by square root of R minus G to the whole square plus R minus B into G minus B if your blue is much lesser or equal to G. The next is again it follows and you're going to calculate what is S and then I. So with this you have come to the end of color image fundamentals, and the relationship of pixels is also given in this particular video. Thank you.